So I already made a video breaking down the entire game, but I have a few other thoughts that I want to touch on. Sort of looking at this Packers team overall, and then a few other things I want to take away from this game. The first big thing is David Bakhtiari. I was honestly shocked to hear that he was going to play in this game. It came out, Saturday night, Sunday morning, that he was on track to come in and play in this game versus the Buccaneers. It's been so long. Of course, we saw him play versus the Lions. Re-injures it, whenever that was, week 16, week 17. And coming into week 1, we didn't know if Elgton Jenkins or Bakhtiari would be ready. Of course, neither of them are. Luckily, week 2, Elgton Jenkins comes in at right tackle. And now week 3, Bakhtiari is back. So this Packers offensive line is moving in the right direction. The fact that we have both of these guys back now coming into week 4, we still have a long season ahead of us. And so this Packers line is looking a lot more solid. Of course, the Packers decided to sort of switch Bakhtiari in and out with Yosh Nijman. I saw in the Matt LaFleur press conference after the game that because of being in the heat, because Bakhtiari hasn't played in so long, he wanted to flip in and out and not sort of make him play the entire game. And apparently Bakhtiari sort of wanted to play the entire game, but LaFleur was like, nah, let's just sort of get you in and out here. So now Bakhtiari is back. He has time under his belt, and his Packers line is looking pretty solid. I don't think we allowed a sack today. Maybe there was 1 sack, but I'm pretty sure it was 0. I'll check the stats after this. You can check me in the comments down below. But the Packers line, which is a crucial piece of this team, which week 1, struggled, I'd say, a solid amount. Jake Hansen was a right guard. Royce Newman was a right tackle. But we saw tonight, with Bakhtiari at left tackle, Elgton Jenkins at right tackle, and then Royce Newman at right guard. This Packers line overall is pretty solid right now. Josh Myers did hurt himself, but hopefully he'll be fine going into the weeks ahead. Another big takeaway from this game I didn't touch on in my first video is this Packers special teams unit. We saw the punt unit with Pat O'Donnell punting dimes. I don't know if you can punt a dime. I know you can throw a dime, but I guess you can punt a dime too. Pat O'Donnell kicking great in this past game. We saw, Rudy Ford making some nice plays. Keyshawn Nixon having nice plays coming in there, catching the ball. And so these special teams additions that Brian Gutekunst made in this offseason seem like they're starting to pay off. The Packers last year, of course, our special teams unit looking as probably one of the worst in the NFL. Of course, in the final, playoff game versus the 49ers, the biggest issues in that game. And so we knew that one of the special teams was a big focus this offseason, and they made all these additions, and we were wondering, with Rich Bisaccia coming in here with these new additions, will it clean up the special teams unit? And so far, especially today when the Packers had to punt a million times after the first couple of drives, the punt unit looked incredible. So that's great to see that they're taking steps in the right direction, and I really think overall this Packers team is looking good. To be 2-1 after playing the Buccaneers, the Vikings, of course, beating the Bears, I think I'm pretty confident in what we have right now in this Packers offense as Bakhtiari gets reacclimated to this offense, as Elgton Jenkins continues to become ready just to continue doing what he's doing. I really like what we're seeing from this Packers team, and to set it 2-1 going into week 4, I really think we're headed in the right direction. So let me know your comments down below. Just want to give a few more thoughts tonight. But it was a great win today. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.